day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg joining me courtside with our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Philadelphia. On Wednesday, they'll be taking on Jaylen Brown and the Boston Celtics. And then on Saturday, they'll be facing LaMelo Ball and the Charlotte Hornets.
And for their matchup with the Magic, that's one to watch for. Fourth contest of this brand new NBA season. I'm interested in how those teams match up in the early part of this year.
So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. In the backcourt, it's Ball and Knipple. At the forward spots, it's Miller and Bridges. And it's Diabate in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Philadelphia, Tyrese Maxey out there with Quentin Grimes. Then there's Embiid. Then it's Paul George. And it's Oubre in at the power forward position. Well, no doubt these players, GA, are eager to get this season going.
Listen, there's definitely some nerves, but it's mainly excitement. This is their first chance to showcase all the hard work they put in during the offseason.
Now, here is Miller after the miss from Joel Embiid. Maxey against Ball. Clock at 6. The 10-footer. And he hits the jump shot.
This is what height in the backcourt gives you. Ball can get almost anything he wants in there because of that size.
Here's Maxey, and they cash in right away with the quick shot.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Bridges a screen on Maxey. Ball, the pass to Bridges. Shoots over Oubre. Bridges kicks to Ball. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
You know, because Ball is so skilled, defenders try to get physical with him, rough him up a bit, but it doesn't faze him. That rarely works against Ball.
Here's Grimes, coming off a solid outing against Minnesota. Embiid with it. That one drops for him.
Embiid, such a monster on the inside. He puts a lot of pressure on him.
Pass to Diabate. Here's Knipple. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Shots good by Miller.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Maxey. Here he goes. A putback. It's good on the putback.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
The Hornets have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for to start off this game. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Ball up top. He's covered by Maxey. It's hauled in by the 76ers. And this matchup with Charlotte, first game of the NBA season for them.
And 2 teams here that were evenly matched a season ago as they split the season series.
Yeah, they'd settle for 500 against most teams. Both squads win challenge, perhaps a way to put it. But one of them has got to win tonight.
And well, Maxey is a dead-eye sniper from beyond the arc. The D has to chase him off that line.
And some young promise in the backcourt for Philadelphia.
Maxey already an all-star. Jared McCain looks to continue his promising start. And Quentin Grimes, a revelation last season. And let's not forget, number 3 pick B.J. Edgecombe. They are loaded at guard.
Now Oubre, following the miss by LaMelo Ball from deep. George with the bucket.
You've got to be alert to where George is out on that perimeter because that jumper of his has become dangerous.
Hornets trail by 5. Pass to Knipple. Here's Diabate. Outside Ball. To stop the run, and the jumper is good. Ball's got 6.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Now Grimes. Pass to Embiid. To the paint. Here's George. And George with the stuff.
Look, in deference to his age, he's not going to throw it down like he used to, but PG can still rock that rim.
Now here's Ball. 6 points for him. Bridges outside. And Ball gets it to go on the assist by Bridges. He's got 8.
That is good offense, unselfish play.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Nick Nurse. Coach told me, quote, "Our success defensively in this one hinges on how we guard LaMelo Ball." He continued, "Not only is Ball a 3-level scorer, he's a top-tier passer with excellent court vision. And we've got to do our best to make him uncomfortable out there." Kevin?
Okay, Allie, thank you. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets, trailing by 5. Pass to Bridges. Here's Knipple. He's guarded by Grimes. Now Knipple, still without a basket. And that one, good. Here's Grimes. Pass to Embiid. Back to Grimes. Knipple with the rebound. For the Hornets, they come into this following a loss to New York. And here is Bridges.
You know, one of the things that endeared Miles Bridges to his college coach was he was a superstar in talent, but played with a blue-collar mindset.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And looking back last season, how about 87% from the line? So that's obviously nothing to sneeze at.
Guys, I thought he got into a groove last year at the charity stripe, and I thought he maintained it deep into the season as well.
And that one falls for Bridges. And the Hornets' playoff drought continuing. Greg, their last postseason appearance, 2016.
Yeah, the rebuild grinds on, and last season, their worst record in over a decade. We're hoping these new additions can help.
And he can't hit the second. And you think about the style of Sixers head coach Nick Nurse. Greg, what stands out to you?
He just has a willingness to experiment and adapt. That's a real asset with some of the challenges this roster has faced. And a big part of why this front office brought him in.
Now, here's Maxey. He's got 7. Here's George. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark.
He will not be happy with himself. Got a good look from mid-range there.
And again, the Hornets missing. The 76ers leading. Oubre outside. Pass to Embiid. Now Maxey. Cans it from downtown. Maxey's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the 76ers. Looking at Philadelphia, they took the win in their last game against the Timberwolves. And a timeout called by Charles Lee. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Trendon Watford's checked in for the 76ers. Edgecombe comes in for Maxey. Bridges deciding where to go with it. Left side, Ball. Back to Bridges. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Philadelphia leading by 5. Here's Watford. That's in, coming off the assist from Embiid. Embiid's got 3 assists tonight.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this one.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively. He's had an amazing quarter, and they're still trailing. Hard to believe that.
Pass to Grimes. Now Watford. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Now Grimes. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Now here's Bridges. D right on him. Over Watford. Misses the baby hook.
Give the defense credit there. Normally, that's 2 points.
George dishes to Embiid. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Drummond's checked in for Joel Embiid. Edwards comes in for George. And Gordon subbed in for Quentin Grimes. Mason Plumlee's checked in for the Hornets. Sexton comes in for Knipple. And the 76ers making a change here. Bonus checked in. Yeah. 11 feet away. Buries the jump shot. Blackbird's got his second basket of the night. Hornets trail by 7. Now, here's Ball. 10 points for him. From deep. Rebound by the 76ers.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
So, GA, Coach Charles Lee of the Hornets, spending a decade as an NBA assistant coach. He has really paid his dues.
Yeah, 4 years with the Hawks, 5 in Milwaukee, part of that title team. 1 in Boston as well, another title. So he's been a part of winning, now trying to translate that to Charlotte.
That's good from Watford. So he gets them both. And here's Sexton. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. Here's Diabate. Ball with a wide-open look. Good on the triple. Ball's got 13.
He's been excellent in this period. Even though they're down, he's keeping them close.
Pass to Bona. Now here's Edwards. To the middle. Looking for Watford. He gets it there. Shot by Gordon. Wide open. The 76ers again can't hit it. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Hornets. 6-point game. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball.
And they were in the top half of the league in terms of free throw shooting. It could have been better, but I just felt last year they had a few guys who were off.
And what really jumps out is their ranking in second chance points. They did some major work on the glass. Greg, those points really added up over the course of last season. The 76ers leading by 6. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Pass to Edgecombe. To the inside. And he jams it with authority.
And you look at Edgecombe, he had really good assist numbers in college, and there you could see it translate at this level.
Now, here's Ball. 13 points in the game. Here's Diabate.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Pass to Edwards. 1:37 left in the first quarter. 5 to shoot. Here's Edgecombe. He's covered by Ball. Hornets trail by 6. Bridges outside. They set the screen. Down low, Diabate.
Give Bridges a lot of credit there. I mean, these kinds of passes can really fortify team chemistry.
Philadelphia's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's ready to talk things through with them. Maxey's checked in for the 76ers. The Hornets also changing it up. Salon's checked in, and it's Pat Connaughton in for Miles Bridges. .102 left to play in the first quarter. Maxey with it. He's got 10. Takes the 3. And it's Connaughton with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Mann. He can't get that one to fall. Some solid defense from Maxey. Gordon finds Maxey. Now Watford. Pass to Edgecombe. Front past the arc. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Now Connaughton. Now here's Sexton. 3 seconds left. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. Tyrese Maxey. He's been the guy making things happen for the Philadelphia 76ers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We've got more in store for you right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the 76ers?
You know, right from the start, it's saying they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And another thing, Coach will be thrilled with the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
In the backcourt, we'll see Maxey and Edgecombe. Gordon is out there with Trendon Watford. And it's Bona in at the center, walking down the middle. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. And it's the 76ers with the ball. After Colin Sexton's miss. Pass to Bona. Here's Watford. Gordon outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Gordon's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Hornets trail by 7. Outside, Sexton. Back to Mann. 6 on the shot clock. Some solid defense from Maxey.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Goes up at the stripe. Mann gets the bucket. Mann's got his first basket of the night.
Mann doing a nice job of creating offense that time with the midi.
Kicks it out to Gordon. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by McNeely. Hornets trail by 7. Pass to man. Here's McNeely, covered by Watford. And here's Plumlee. Scoreless thus far. Here's Mann. Outside, Sexton. A second chance effort. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And sometimes it seems like Sexton wants to get hit on the way up. He just embraces the challenge.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And when you shoot 86 from the line like he did last season, you usually cash in on those opportunities.
Yeah, that's a great asset to have, guys, for any team. Coming down the stretch in close games, you've got a guy who's confident and very good at the line. When he steps up there, you feel good about it.
Greg, you think about the value of those sage veterans on a team, guys that have been around the block, played a lot of years. Why are they so important?
Well, a lot of times they'll echo the message of the head coach. And I tell you what, it's also, as a coach, you love having those veteran players because you can trust what they're going to do on the floor. That consistency is really important, not just for the coaches, but the teammates.
Boy, excellent possession from this team that time. When you set up Drummond down low, I mean, you're going to get trips to the line.
Shoot two.
And he can't get the first one.
He is a monster on the glass, but Andre Drummond doesn't just have size. He's also developed really good timing and instincts that help elevate his game.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Over the last 2 decades, Kemba Walker has been one of the few bright spots, Clark, for Charlotte basketball.
Yeah, you look back at his time there, he led the Hornets to their last 2 playoff appearances, Kevin. He retired as their all-time leading scorer, and now they're thrilled to have Kemba Walker back as a player enhancement coach.
Ball, the pass to Sexton. That 3 off the mark.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball on the three-point line.
Back to Gordon. Kicks it out to Maxey. Launches a 3. That's good from Edgecombe on the assist by Maxey. Edgecombe's got 5 points in the quarter. And a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Embiid, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Now at the break on the floor, you can see the teams that led the NBA in steals last year. 5th on the list, the 76ers.
You could tell by watching them how much they enjoyed playing defense. They seem to have an endless reserve of energy flying around and pressuring the basketball.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Kneppel setting the pick for Ball. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
5th in steals, and one of the top 10 teams in our league in terms of points off turnovers. They recognize that the best time to attack is when the opponent is scattered all over the floor.
You talked about their steals, and defense really was a focus for them. They went out there with the goal of making things as uncomfortable as possible for their opponents. Now here's Embiid. Last time out he had 14 points.
A focal point in this offense, Embiid has no hesitation shooting off the catch.
Pass to Kneppel. And Sexton has it in the corner. Kneppel setting the pick for Sexton. Knipple, no good.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. As a result, they've got a big lead.
Here's Watford. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. And that one is off. Here's Knipple. Covered by Watford. Out to Miller. Plumlee with a screen on Gordon. Shots good by Miller.
This is Miller's game. He is a good jump shooter.
Here's Maxey. 10 points for him. Shot clock at 6. Excellent D there from Ball. Hornets trail by 8. Here is Plumlee. Still yet to score. There's the triple. And Ball gets it to go on the assist from Plumlee.
He will not think twice about letting it fly if Ball gets a look that he likes.
Maxey against Ball. Embiid with it. He's got 6. With the shot. Embiid owns the lane.
Hey, go to that whenever you can. I mean, Embiid has a huge advantage in size and skill.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. And the 76ers with some changes. Oubre's checked in for Trendon Watford. George comes in for Gordon. And it's Quentin Grimes in for Edgecombe. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Diabate's checked in. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Hornets. They trail by 7. Their next game, playing at home, as the Nets come into town. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. He takes it in. And he uses the glass on the layup. Ball's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Tell you what, the competitive spirit of Ball, I absolutely love it. This guy is relentless.
Greg, you talk about some players passing the eye test. LaMelo is one of those guys.
I mean, everything he does looks so easy with how he moves, and the numbers back up what the eye sees. He raises the level of his team whenever he's on the court.
And now, Hallie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Hey guys, Joel Embiid over the years has had some tough luck with injuries. He said, "I've broken my face twice. I came back early with the risk of losing my vision, broken fingers. I still came back. I wish I was as lucky as others, but that doesn't mean I'm not trying to do whatever it takes to be out there." Kevin?
Thanks a lot, Allie.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Clark, when you use the word unicorn, a one-of-a-kind player, LaMelo Ball fits the bill for sure.
Yeah, we've had so few point guards north of 6'7", and he's right in that range. And he also shoots it well on high volume from the three-point line. I don't know if there's a guy quite like him in the league at that size with that vision and three-point shooting marksmanship.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Embiid with a screen on Ball. Maxey attacking. It's good. Maxey's got 12 in the game.
This is what they were hoping to get from him tonight. Solid performance.
Pass to Bridges. Over Oubre. Bridges misses. Philadelphia leading by 8. Embiid finds Grimes. Outside for George. Embiid sets the pick for George. Rim rocker, Joel Embiid.
With his diverse offensive game, 7 feet tall, maybe a little north of that, and 280 pounds, Embiid might be the toughest assignment in the league.
Back to ball, and stolen by Maxey. Pass to Grimes. And stolen by Miller. Here's Diabate, guarded by Embiid. Outside, ball. 5 on the clock. Charlotte needs to get a shot. Bridges inside the three-point line. Misses the jumper. Philadelphia's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark, shooting the three ball well. And for over a decade in the NBA, Greg, Paul George was as scary a wing as you'd find.
Man, a two-way terror with elite size and athleticism. The Sixers paid him hoping for more of the same, but can he hold off Father Time?
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. The 76ers making a switch here. Edgecombe's checked in.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from George.
And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with.
And George drops them both.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Now, here's Bridges. His last outing with 20 points. Driving in to the left side wing. Knipple wide open, and he fires. Good on the three-point shot. Knipple's got it back down to within single digits for Charlotte. Oubre outside. Pass to Embiid. Stripped it away. Miller, the pass to Bridges. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Now, here's Ball. Defense right on him. Shoots from the right block. He gets that one. Ball's got 22.
And he can carry a team. We've seen it from Ball before, and we're seeing it again.
Outside, George. Inside, and Embiid throws it down.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possessions.
Now, here's Ball. He's got 22. Up and in, that's his 10th make in the contest. He has only taken 13 shots.
And he's caught fire this quarter, yet to miss a shot.
Pass to Embiid. There's 1:40 left in the second quarter. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Edgecombe, no good. Hornets trail by 9. Ball, the bounce pass. Miller with the ball. Now defended by Oubre. Ball surveying the defense. It's rebounded by Edgecombe. Philadelphia leading by 9. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Second personal.
This is his first free throw of the game.
At the line for 2, Quentin Ryan.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Kyle Lowry. He's checked in for the 76ers. He's perfect from the line this time. 58 seconds left in the first half. Hornets trail by 11. Outside, Ball. Pass to Bridges. Now, Kneppel. He's guarded by Grimes. Shot clock at 5. Here's Diabate. He can't get that one.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
So it's the Hornets now after the Sixers pick up 2. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. There's Ball with the 3. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got his 5th rebound in this one. It's George on the wing. Embiid with the screen on Bridges. From deep, George. No good that time. And so that brings the first half to a close. 76ers lead by 13. From Allie LaForce, who joins us from the sidelines. Allie?
Joel, you got out to an early lead. A lot to like in your performance thus far. What have you liked about it?
Oh, I thought we played great. Defensively, I know that I had someone behind me. If I made a mistake that was going to protect the rim, I thought we did great.
Thanks, Joel. Guys?
Thank you, Allie, for that. And folks, we'll be back with you after this short halftime break. So don't go away.
Welcome to halftime, everybody. Before we go any further, a look ahead to the games yet to be played tonight. The Miami Heat will go up against the Magic in Orlando. Tip-off is 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
It's one to watch, kind of a heavyweight matchup.
That's my favorite.
And going back now to that first half, you could say things are going extremely well for the 76ers.
Their bench has impressed. You get a jolt of energy, all that offense. This is a well-rounded roster.
Yeah, team chemistry, a big point of emphasis for this organization. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Man, we're seeing a tremendous game from LaMelo Ball.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Here's Kneppel on the court for the Hornets. At the forward spots, it's Miller and Bridges. In the backcourt, it's Ball and Kneppel. And it's Diabate in at the 5 down low. Ball kicks to Bridges. 4 on the shot clock. There's the pick. Shoots over Oubre. Bridges misses.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Pass to Kneppel. Back to Ball. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Maxey finds Embiid. He's still up. Now he is 9 of 10.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Ball. 24 points for him. Some solid defense from Maxey.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
The shot by George, no good. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. Still looking for their first bucket of the second half. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Ball, a screen on George. Back to Ball. And Ball slams it in.
Well, it's great seeing Ball finish with strength like that, showing off the athleticism with that rim-rocking throwdown.
Here's Maxey. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Maxey. And now, here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that last season scored the most second-chance points in the NBA. The Hornets 4th.
This was a team that was really savvy when it came to getting position under the boards and then getting those offensive putbacks.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Kneppel. He's guarded by Grimes. Pass the Ball. And the basket is good. Ball's got 4 points in the quarter.
There are a lot of parts to Ball's game in addition to his jumper. He also can capitalize inside.
And here's Embiid. Lets it go from 11. Diabate grabs the board. Diabate's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Ball. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And that's now 30 points for LaMelo Ball.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now, here's Maxey. 12 points for him. Embiid with a screen on Ball. Here's Maxey. Here's Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Embiid will eat you alive on the offensive board. You've got to box that guy out.
Pass to Bridges. Shoots over Oubre. Count it. And the 76ers lead has been cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Bridges. Here's Maxey. Yep, that one goes. Maxey's got 14 points.
Finishing despite the contact on him. Serious toughness from Maxey there.
Now Ball. 30 points in the game. In the corner, it's Bridges. Fires for 3. And Embiid pulls it down.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Now Grimes, following Miles Bridges' three-point attempt. Maxey, that's a two-pointer. Again, Philadelphia.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup.
Okay, I chance to check out the numbers for Miller. Good season for him last year. Last year averaged 21 points per, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And every team wants a scorer to give them a lift off the bench, and that's just what he brings.
Well, he's instant offense. I mean, the game's momentum can be going one way, then bam, his scoring turns the tide.
Outside ball. Puts it up from 12. Diabate's shot is good. Diabate's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thank you, Kevin. The Hornets are trying to create a winning environment. Coach Charles Lee said, quote, "We know this is a young team, so I want culture enhancers who help us build with their hard work and creativity. Having that energy coming into the building every day is the most important thing." Back to you guys.
Looking to set the standard. Allie, we thank you very much. Well, Greg, we know at his peak, Joel Embiid, one of the elite two-way centers to ever play in the NBA.
The former league MVP, but when you weigh close to 300 pounds and move like he did, not entirely surprising that his lower extremities took a toll.
Here's Max following the bucket by the Hornets. Here's Embiid. Diabate grabs the board. Diabate's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Down low, Embiid with the steal. Pass to Maxey. Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. Back to Embiid. Another miss by Philadelphia.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
To the middle. Here's Diabate. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Oubre outside. Embiid finds Oubre. And finished off by Oubre.
An incredible athlete. Kelly Oubre Jr. looks to throw it down.
Ball, the bounce pass. And it's Miller in the corner. Charlotte moving the ball around. Out to the wing. 6 to shoot. Pass to Kneppel. Fires from deep. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Oubre, and he goes right over Miles Bridges and slams it down.
Nice playmaking by Maxey, an overlooked part of his game.
That's a great look at that move from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. Hornets trail by 14. Outside ball. Now here's Bridges. Jacks up a 3, drills the three-pointer. Bridges has got 6 points.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Brendan Watford's checked in for Oubre. Edwards comes in for George. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Quentin Grimes. And it's Edgecombe in for Maxey. Plumlee, he's checked in for Charlotte. Sexton comes in for Ball. Out left to the wing. Pass to Watford. Now here's Embiid. He's guarded by Plumlee. And the shot goes in from Embiid. Embiid's got 23.
Nothing new for Embiid here, going off for a big scoring performance. Par for the course.
And stolen by Gordon. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. Yep, that one goes in there.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Priority and goal number one has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
They bullied the defense here in the paint. Look at all of those buckets inside. Just hard to defend in the paint.
You know, they've been knocking down triples, too. They've continued to make the most of their opportunities from behind the arc as well.
Gordon, no good on the free throw.
And, you know, when Gordon is healthy, he's extremely effective. I mean, he's a high-motor player who strokes it well from deep, actually strokes it well from everywhere.
Defenders going in Colin Sexton should be mindful of his prowess in the paint, Greg. He's pretty tricky.
That's right, Kevin. We tend to think of guards like Sexton as perimeter pests. But Collins a real plus when he's in close. Let him slip by you, and it's a deuce.
The first free throw is good. Clark, you're so familiar with the college game. What's the biggest adjustment for guys coming into the pros?
I think the strength of the NBA players, Kevin, and the pace of play, and then also the number of games. I mean, that's just a lot more than what you see in college, and how you go about preparing for that type of schedule, that type of physical talent, that type of physical wear and tear is something that no college player is usually ready to handle until he goes through it.
Edgecombe. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Now here's Plumlee. Nothing on the board. And he banks in the layup.
Works that one inside nicely.
The 76ers leading by 11. Outside Gordon. Beyond the arc. The Hornets pull it in. Bridges has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
And another miss. Woo. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
The big man draws so much attention, so Embiid takes advantage of that and finds an open teammate.
And so Sexton will bring it up for Charlotte. It's a 13-point game. To the inside, Embiid with the steal. It's Edwards on the wing. And the layup's good off the glass. Edwards got 4 points in the quarter.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Now here's Plumlee. Sexton with it. Now defended by Embiid. The shot by Sexton, no good. The 76ers leading by 15. To the paint, here's Gordon. Here's Embiid. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. Embiid's got 25 points in the game. Charlotte's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Sexton the pass to Miller. Here is Plumlee. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Embiid. For Charlotte, they have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
2 shots.
That's good from Plumlee. And some changes here for the Hornets. McNeely's checked in for Miles Bridges. Pat Connaughton comes in for Knipple. And it's ball in for Brandon Miller. And so he makes both from the line.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency is, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
Now here's Edwards. And the call will be against LaMelo Ball. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
There's 39 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Edgecombe. He's covered by Ball. Just 3 to shoot. Lets it go from deep.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Pulls it from the elbow. He can't get it to go. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Philadelphia ahead, up by 15. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And how about a look now at our assist to the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. In the backcourt, we'll see Maxey and Edgecombe. Watford out there with Gordon, and it's Bona in at the 5. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Pass to Edgecombe. Outside, Maxey. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
And he makes that one.
A dangerous scorer from mid-range. Sexton loves to take that shot when he gets it in rhythm.
Maxey on the wing. He's covered by Ball. Inside. The shot from the low post is good. And the 76ers lead by 17.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds to the Hornets as Charlotte retains possession. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Ball. Tyrese Maxey grabs the miss. Maxey's got his 4th rebound in this one.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Now, here's Maxey. Pass to Watford. Here's Edgecombe. Defended by Sexton. Edgecombe, no good.
For him, it has not been a game to remember, but all they care about is that W.
Here's McNeely. Lays it up and banks it in. McNeely's got his first bucket of the night.
Got the better of the defense that time. Easy trip to the rim.
Throws it up high. Plumlee with the steal. Pass the ball. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Outside, Maxey. Now Gordon. Pass to Edgecombe. Shoots the three. Buries the long-range jumper. And the 76ers lead by 16.
Now look out. Edgecombe can get it going from deep.
Plumlee with the screen. And here is Ball. It's deflected.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Here's Edgecombe. And it's Connaughton with the rebound.
Trying to take what the defense allows, but he couldn't get it to go.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First team foul. The line for the Hornets, Mason Plumlee. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. Embiid, he's checked in for the 76ers. Edwards comes in for Gordon. The Hornets also with a sub. Diabate's checked in. And he sinks the second.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Now, here's Maxey. Pass to Embiid. And sent back by Plumlee. Now, here's Sexton. Here's Ball. Back to Sexton. Over Edgecombe. Charlotte again missing. The 76ers leading by 15. Watford finds Edwards. Here's Edgecombe. Defended by Sexton. And here's Embiid. Can't connect from 14 feet out.
And that's really just not heads-up basketball. Don't try a fadeaway when nobody's guarding you.
Here is Plumlee. Pass to Sexton. Outside, Ball. And here's Plumlee. He's covered by Maxey. Fades and shoots. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got 15 rebounds here tonight. Over in the corner, Edgecombe. It's good from long range. Edgecombe's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the 76ers. Hornets trail by 18. Connaughton sets a screen for Sexton. Pass to Connaughton. And a miss there on the triple. Philadelphia's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Edwards. Plumlee with some nice D.
He's hard to stop once he gets to the rim. That's great defense right there.
The shot by Sexton, no good.
He's trying to get himself into a rhythm, but at what expense?
And slam dunk by Watford.
Well, you know, he may be a bit undersized at the four, but he makes up for it with his athleticism.
Sexton deciding where to go with it.
The second half, they haven't taken care of the basketball. Simply put, more turnovers now that could hurt them later.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Oubre's checked in for Trendon Watford. Paul George comes in for Edwards. And it's Quentin Grimes in for Edgecombe. The Hornets also changing it up. Bridges, he's checked in for Plumlee. Miller comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Knipple in for Colin Sexton. Now here's Embiid. Pass to Maxey. From the arc. That's good, and that's Embiid with the assist. Embiid's got 6 assists here tonight. And Clark, one idea that Commissioner Silver mentioned, shortening NBA games to 40 minutes as opposed to the current 48 minutes. What are your thoughts there?
You know, Kevin, I don't know if shortening the game would be an answer. I certainly would love to see the season shortened to take maybe 12 to 14 games off the regular season. I think would go a long way to enhancing the season-long quality of play.
And offensively, he has been a liability more than he's helped this quarter.
In the corner, George with it. Off target with his three. Charlotte's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Boy, excellent vision that time by Bridges to be able to make that pass. Really good, unselfish play there.
For Charlotte, Diabate, 1 shot.
One shot.
Playing from behind, trying to catch up at this point. They've done a nice job at the free throw line here in the second half.
Philadelphia leading by 20. Maxey kicks to Embiid. Back to Maxey. Pass to Grimes. You know, everyone's aware, Clark, of the team rivalries in the NBA, but there are, I think, still plenty of personal ones, too.
Yeah, I would agree with you there, Kevin. I mean, you've got highly competitive, accomplished guys making up the rosters on NBA teams. And if a player wins the individual matchup in one game, you can be sure that opponent in the next game is going to look to make things a little different.
And so it's Oubre with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Because he's quick and aggressive, Maxey draws his fair share of fouls and gets to the line.
Free throw good, Maxey.
The quick-footed, creative Maxey, so much fun to watch. He plays with such boundless energy, and he's still got room to grow.
Both shots good from the stripe.
You know, one of the things you really appreciate about Maxey is how freely he plays. He just throws himself in there, fearless about looking for ways to get involved in the play and then make an impact.
Now, here's Bridges. There's a good screen. To the middle. Diabate's shot is good.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Maxey with it. Down low. Here's Embiid. Hornets with the rebound. Diabate's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Bridges. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. We all hear about AI in the workplace, and I don't mean Allen Iverson, although we could put him in the workplace. Greg, now teams are using computers to break down the action.
Yeah, able to use camera tracking to assess credit and blame, right? So maybe the little things in winning plays that went unnoticed, they won't be overlooked much anymore.
He's off on the first.
In addition to being a talented scorer, Bridges also gets a good amount of board work done, too. He's a terrific all-around player.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Bonus checked in. Trendon Watford comes in for Oubre. Edwards, he's checked in for George. And it's Edgecombe in for Quentin Grimes. And he's good on the second. Now the 76ers with it. They're on a 16-7 run. Ball against Maxey. Pass to Edgecombe. Shot clock at 6. High post shot. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Edgecombe's got 8 points in the quarter.
Control, confidence, Edgecombe showing it all from the midi.
Ball sets a screen for Kneppel. And Ball slams it in.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And so here is Philadelphia. After the basket by Charlotte. No one near Edgecombe as he lets it fly. And it's off from three-point range. Ball with it. Maxey covering. Ball no good. The 76ers leading by 22. Maxey attacking. That one goes in.
Maxey makes things happen with his hard work and determination as a scorer.
You know, GA, one great thing about the NBA, well, there are many things, but one great thing is that there's always new talent coming through the ranks.
Yeah, I mean, the future is bright. And Kevin, I really like this year's draft class. Man, we just continue to add exciting young talent to the mix.
Free throw good, Maxey. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Miller outside. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Philadelphia has gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter. Here's Edgecombe. Good D by Miller. Charlotte has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Knocked away. Here's Bridges. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Pass to Edgecombe. For 3. Here's Barlow. Outside, Maxey. He's looking for Drummond and finds him. Drummond is doubled. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. The 76ers with another miss.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the 76ers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season. You love to get an opponent figured out early when you're going to be seeing them that often.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Joel Embiid.
I thought his active hands were a big help. I mean, he took some chances on defense, and his gambles paid off. He got a bunch of steals.
So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Allie, let's go to you courtside. What do you have for us?
Paul, what a great team effort defensively. What were the points of emphasis?
You know, we do a great job of helping one another and being in gaps. And, you know, if we're going to get beat, it's going to have to be, you know, beaten by contested shots and the ball being swung. You know, so that's what we have to do. We have to sit down, guard guys, and, you know, make them play on the offensive end as a team.
Defense certainly has to be a full team effort, and it paid off tonight. Thanks, Paul.
And as always, Allie, thank you so much. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. Alongside Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. And as always, we appreciate you joining us right here tonight on 2K. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Joel